What's up, guys? This is Shannon here from Nomad Krav Maga. We are just running through one of our integrated handgun drills that we have in our Nomad Krav Maga curriculum. I want to first talk about giving credit where credit is due. I have two major influences that are basically my teachers for these types of drills. All right, we got Todd Fossey with Integrative Defense Strategies, and we also have the fantastic team over at Progressive Force Concepts. So basically with Nomad Krav Maga, what I do is I train from everybody that I can, that I think that I can learn something from, and then I take what I can get from them so that I can teach my students the best that I can get and then pass it on to them. So again, giving credit where credit is due is very, very important. All right, so follow me back to the target. I'm gonna talk about this drill. All right, guys, let's go. So I'm basically walking up here. I've got a bob set up here. One of these Century bobs is a great target if you're able to do this inside your martial arts gym or maybe at your house and you're using non-lethal training aids, things like that. But let's quickly talk about the drill. Okay, so as you can see, I'm at this contact distance. If I can touch him, he can touch me. This is a very dangerous range to be at, all right? So we have to assume that several variables have went wrong and I am unable to control it, okay? So, of course, violence is very dynamic. It changes rapidly. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna assume that this conversation that we may be having immediately goes into like a lethal threat encounter. So I feel that I am at risk of sustaining an injury that could cause substantial bodily harm or even death. So I feel that it is in my reasonable and my right to defend myself with going to a lethal force option. Maybe he presents a weapon, something like that. So you have to assume the correct context for drills like this so that you don't end up in prison if you actually do it. All right, guys, so we're in that close contact distance. So we're gonna go slowly through the drill. I'm gonna go ahead and draw out with a high elbow shield. This high elbow shield, this horizontal elbow shield, is one thing that I learned from Craig Douglas as well in the ShivWorks curriculum. All right, so as I draw, I'm drawing out to this high pectoral index, and I'm putting off 2 shots into each position. This one's gonna be into the pelvic girdle. So I take that trigger, bop, bop. Now, I'm going to slowly and methodically move back to position 3 by pulling my hand back to my chest and then reclaiming the firearm back here. This is position 3. This is high compress ready, and I'm gonna put off 2 shots, center mass to the target. Bop, bop. Now, we're working on disengaging with a high port position. So anytime that I'm gonna turn and run, my eyes go first. So I make a quick and distinct turn with my vision. And look, this gun goes up to the high port position, one-handed so that I can run quickly. And it's making sure that I don't muzzle innocent bystanders who may be in this environment. Now I turn and look, my eyes go to the target. I'm gonna pick up the front sight at this high ready position, then I punch out to position 4. My finger is going to take off the slack of that trigger. Because I'm at a long distance, I wanna make sure that I have a good sight picture, front and rear sights aligned, and I put off 2 shots center mass, bomb, bomb. This could be the end of the drill. Here, you could safely reholster from here. But I wanted to add a different layer or an extra layer, so we're gonna add some administration to our firearm. I'm gonna get off the X or the center line of attack. So I'm gonna go ahead and move at a lateral as I'm retrieving my backup magazine. All right, this is going to be a deliberate reload because in the course of this drill, I have shot off 6 rounds. Depending on the capacity of your full magazine, you may or may not be kind of running on low to getting close to empty. Right? Some firearms, whether they're high capacity, they're low capacity, whatever your state dictates as far as what you're legally allowed to have, that's gonna be a concern. All right, so we're gonna go through this drill one more time. Follow me back to the target. This one's gonna be without talking. I'm gonna go smoothly through at 50% speed. All right, so basically if you're doing this on your own, you might wanna give yourself a fight command. You might wanna get some kind of stimulus, something like that. So from here, guys, we're here, and I'm just gonna go through the drill. Fight. All right, guys, so we're gonna do it fast and at speed. so that you can see it one more time, what it should look like after you go through it fast. And then we're gonna talk a little bit of safety considerations in the video from there. All right, one more time. This one's gonna be at speed. And by the way, we're going back to about the 8-meter line. All right, I've got a cone down there for the 8-meter line, and we're gonna go through this drill one more time, 100% speed. And stand by. Fight! All right, everybody, so I'm gonna talk a little bit about safety, a little bit about administration, making sure that you're not gonna shoot yourself, shoot a bystander, or anything like that. First of all, if you're gonna train this, you have to do this safely. This is a semi-advanced drill. Bad things could happen if you go too fast. So you should go slow. What you should be doing is training, first of all, with non-lethal training aids, maybe doing some dry fire drills. If you're gonna do this dry fire with a live firearm, make sure you double or triple check it. Do a magazine check, make sure there's nothing loaded into your magazine. Make sure you do a slide back, lock it back, check it, really put your finger into that chamber. Make sure that it's empty. If you know somebody, maybe your significant other is aware of how to handle firearms, maybe you can have them check so that it's even double checked by your buddy to make sure it's clear, because this is a very dangerous drill if done improperly. All right, so the other way that you could do this is you can use a non-lethal training aid like the Next Level Training Sirt gun. All right, as you can see, this shoots a laser. All right, you can also do this with a blue gun. You don't need this trigger pull to actually do a great drill. It could just be a blue gun replica of what you carry, and you can utilize all of these fundamentals of marksmanship and gunfighting skills without even having an actual live trigger to pull or a simulated trigger to pull. All right, so be careful with this, guys. If you have any questions about the drill, make sure you comment below. Really important that you train at the speed that you can do this safely. If you want to learn fast, you train slow. Another influencer of mine, Luke Holloway, that's one of his expressions. So you might have heard that before, but it holds true. So guys, I really hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you learned something, and train hard, be safe. And until next time, guys, we'll see you soon.